Okay. You committed multiple murders, but you got one of them, and you did eat all the bodies. As Serena did check, yes, the Drow woman and the boy teenager are still there. They were both in one room once you left the building. So, what's the next move? That was all pretty loud after the lightning bolt and the T-Rex.
Yeah, we need to
And you
run
didn't
away.
finish your long rest.
Shit. Okay, let's go.
If they start to leave, Serena, I assume that the weapons wouldn't be eaten of the Drow warriors.
I mean, they might get snapped up as well if they fell on the ground.
It's bound to be one, though.
Yeah.
Serena would, once
because they're carrying multiple as well.
Once the others were sort of leaving, and as once Serena was confident they weren't coming back in the house, she just grabbed one of those swords and slit the woman and child's throat.
While everyone else is leaving. Fair.
Yeah.
Where are you going to run to? You know, you're at quite a nice kind of divergent area where you can travel deeper. You can travel more into the factories. You can travel higher. You can travel more into the church. You can travel just into derelict places. What's kind of the plan, Mr. Gurgles?
I had a Burger King bag earlier.
That'll do it.
What's your name, Matt?
That's Burger King burps. Okay. What's the plan? Where are you going to runs?
We need to get out of here.
I love that you also are like eating.
We've already made a loud noise, and we need to be somewhere they're not going to look. So what we can do is run until we find a section of this pipe where there's nothing underneath. Cast Shatter to blister open a bottom part, let the water all pull down, all of us stand there and generate the ball underneath it. Although there will be noise, it's unlikely they will search for us in like a little bit of water.
It's a good idea. You're gonna need to give me investigation checks to find that place, or survival, which is Serena.
Ian,
with advantage.
You can do it, Ian. Don't let me down again. Hey!
Okay,
Snap.
that's good. With that, you could do exactly the plan before. You know, you spend a little bit more time in this area. And Serena is quite adept at, almost subconsciously finding that humidity that comes from these water pipes coming off the factories. This factory that you come up to has kind of Baroque, whatever. I don't know how to pronounce that.
I think it's
Barack Obama.
Yes. Architecture with this very over-the-top designing and these windows that kind of glow with a greenish light out, and the water that kind of, there's a little bit of a greenish glow to some of the pipes. You don't choose one of them. You choose one that is kind of like, there's a grate that causes the pipe stops a bit above you. There's a grate, and then the runoff does kind of create the showeriness of water where you can put the dome under it in the shower of water to hide it. You go and you put the key and you twist it, and you even can stand outside. And yeah, if you weren't specifically looking for this, it will be very hard to find this, because not only are you out of the way in like rocky derelict parts where the water runs off to, you're surrounded by plant life that's growing where the water lands. You've got the water itself, the pipes, the light kind of casting in a different direction. The dome should be safe to sleep in, and that would have taken you less than an hour, so you can continue your long rest.
Sweet.
Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, lovely dome.
Dome is safety. Dome is life.
All hail the dome.
Day 553 in the dome.
In the dome.
Dear 37.
Gilwyn has started wearing wigs again. Let's see how that affects the others. In the dome. That's a reference that only us will get. because no one in England watches this. Anyway, you can continue your long rest. Are any of you going to keep watch? Because you can't see outside when you're in the dome.
Vale obviously can in trance, but he wouldn't.
You're
wanna
not
be outside.
disguised. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I can sit there and sound doesn't even permeate,
Yeah.
right? So no, I mean, I'll sit there, and if someone tries to get in,
It's
take
up
the
to you.
run.
You could just not, because in theory, no one should be able to get in.
Yeah, no, I won't. I mean, I'll be you know how Vale's trance is. He'll be there, and if someone touches the orb, he'll be guys.
Okay, fair.
I know.
Your rest continues without a hitch. You needed another 6 hours of rest or so. There in the dome. The muffled water sounds that kind of trickle through are quite pleasant. Plus, the dome is much more temperature controlled than the rest of the chambers, which here is humid and hot. But you can sleep for the rest of sleep time with safety in the dome,
Catching.
Hey.
oblivious
Sleep time.
to everything that happens anywhere else.
It's just gonna dissipate, and it's just gonna be half an army encamped around us,
Yeah.
all with crossbows trained. Ah. Thought it was a good plan. Just so if that does occur, Serena needs to cast Fly on us all, and we'll fly up into the tunnel that we bust. And
I can cast Fly on a maximum of 2 people, so me and Indira are safe. Actually, no, Indira wouldn't leave Gil, so that's irrelevant.
Yeah.
We've got Dimension Door. Dimension. Why do I keep calling it Dimension Door?
Dimension. Welcome, mortals.
So Riley can dimension door with someone, and then Serena casts Fly on herself, and Indira carries someone.
And then
There you
Gil
go. I
can
dimension
dimension
doors
door.
someone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Gil can dimension door too.
You can fucking bounce
Peace
out of
out.
this place with ease. But yeah, you rest up. What's the plan?
I mean,
You're here in the.
once we're rested up, none of those people escaped. So none of those people escaped.
No,
No,
well, we
you
have the
you-
one with us, right?
You have one living.
The other, none of the guards escaped. You didn't see Serena finish off a woman and
Yeah,
child.
you
though.
would think that there's the woman and child that.
I
Would've
see what
gone
he's
away.
saying. We didn't see it, but Serena did.
Oh, Serena did it.
But I was just saying, if they'd seen Vale that close, then it would have maybe been a bit suspicious if Vale was to turn up feigning death. But actually, if there's no witnesses, then we should be okay to just continue with the plan.
Yeah.
I agree, but perhaps now we could take the route where we dress in this guard's armor, and he found Vale. He found us with Vale, and Vale did a fight, and they survived.
What's important to note is that this guard would be awake by now. I imagine you manacled him.
Yeah. Absolutely. I would say so. Same exact plan. Only we now have armor for someone to hide in.
Don't see how that benefits us more than using Jiang's persona.
No, we still use his persona, but now it's a little bit more believable because we have a guard that was sent to find us there too.
You
know
say
what I mean?
someone disguises as the guard.
Yes, we still have me disguising as Zhang, and we have someone else disguising as the guard, at least for
Indira.
the time being. Yeah.
Why would Jiang be hiding with us somewhere that requires a guard to come and visit?
What do you mean hiding?
Why is the guard with Jiang?
Because Zhang found you and Gilwin, and killed you
escorting
guys, or killed one, took the other one prisoner last night. That's what the commotion was.
Jiang went to the surface to find me.
Maybe he found out on the surface that you were down below.
I mean, barely anyone else here knows that.
Exactly.
I feel that adding the guard adds unnecessary complexity to the plan.
Oh, if that's how you feel, then that's fine. But what's going to explain the commotion last night? They're going to be very on edge about it. They were coming to find us.
It was not a well-to-do area. That can be explained away. It depends on why the guards went there.
Indeed.
Why don't we find that out?
Vale would turn to the manacled guard and say to him, "Why is it that you came to that apartment?"
Isn't it obvious? You'd been skulking around, and then there was sightings of someone casting a spell to enter someone's establishment, a large group of people who, as it seems, are wanted.
Can I insight that?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm not going to Eric it. I almost Eric'd it.
Yeah, he seems to be telling the truth, considering you essentially have the advantage of him here.
So we seemed super sketchy, but he doesn't know who we are. They didn't know who we are. Yeah, original plan works best.
Do we, this guy?
I mean, I don't want to kill him. He's just doing his job.
How do we have any choice but to kill him? He has now seen Vale without his disguise.
Vale's going to draw his sword. Would you care for a warrior's death?
He, nods. There's no honor in dying chained up like a slave.
Well, that is how you are dying. Vale walks around behind him. He switches the grip on the rapier, places it here, and just drives it straight down.
He gonna die.
Yeah, I mean, it should be pretty instantaneous because it just goes straight down into the heart and aorta.
Yeah. I guess we continue with the plan, though it might make sense to do it amidst all this chaos now in a hurry.
It would be better before they have a chance to inspect the crime scene. Bodies aren't there. The people may have simply gone on an extended...
She lets out a big burp.
Wow, that is really rude. Like, have you been holding that in since the night?
The guards didn't really settle well, to be honest with you.
Ah, right. Yeah, fair enough. That was pretty disgusting. Like, you like have qualms with me, like putting down the man who we can't really let live. Yet you ate like 4 drow.
They killed me. At least, almost killed me.
But you ate them. You're digesting them and going to be,
How does that work? Am I gonna take a massive? I don't know.
Yeah, is it T-Rex sized?
I've never done that before. I'll keep you guys informed.
Oh, great.
Please
great.
do.
So,
okay. Same plan.
Same plan.
Same plan.
So you need to cast a fake death spell. You need to appear as Jiang. You will have already seen what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
When I am in Drow form, that is what he looks like. There would make a couple of slight pointers, like to get the hair quite right and that sort of thing.
Absolutely. She would very quickly take those notes and then use the cape. It's a cape, right? What is it?
It's cloak.
Cloak. To disguise herself.
It's all the same.
A cloak has a hood. That's the difference.
Yeah.
And then she'll say, we're a little bit away from the thing. If you could just play dead for now, and I'll cast the spell when we get closer, so it lasts. We're like an hour away, right?
Right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
you snuck off.
You're putting quite a lot of weight on my ability to act. What if they poke me with a spear?
They won't. No one's gonna poke you. I'll cast the spell before they can.
Oh, okay, if you're sure.
You can't act like you're not doing anything. You can't just not do anything.
I mean, I can when someone
You can't
casts,
just lay there.
a spell on me. And
Just lay there. That's all you gotta do. Is just lay there.
Okay.
We'll carry you. It'll be like relaxing.
Who's carrying?
I would assume.
Indira.
Oh, but would she? Would Indira be okay with carrying dead Gil? 'Cause she was not
NPC
okay with-
Indira can carry dead
Okay.
Vale.
Good.
Conscious Indira in like an hour, who knows? But NPC
Manacle
Indira
me.
will do it.
Baby.
Yeah, I guess I would wait until we get closer and then
Mhm.
find a spot to cast the spell on him that's discreet.
Okay. And then travel into or closer to the High Church. As you grow closer, there are many eyes upon a lot of you. To Vale, when this spell happens, you just go into unconsciousness and are lost to the world, essentially.
That's in his mind. He's
Yeah.
falling away. Blindness.
Lots of folk watch you, especially as you very deliberately go up to the main church building, to the main entrance. As it opens up into a grand antechamber where the chandelier is almost this giant spider-like design that cascades light in all these strange ways. There's an air of quiet because you lot do not belong here. And Driders, with their hands on blades, spellcasters with spell books open, flicking through pages. Even with your disguises, you don't belong here. As you are clearly, looking around, one of the priestesses will approach, wearing that kind of very, very pale ivory kind of garb, and will look over the lot of you and will say, "Why are you here?"
I would like elbow Indira to drop Vale
onto the
and say,
ground.
Yep.
His light, the color of his skin kind of reflects quite brightly in this chamber, and there are gasps and some people outright laughter.
like mad laughter? Like,
Yeah.
I've done my job.
Ah, yes. A Ronin. Come, please. You must discuss this with the those who know the matters of this case. Please pick up the mess, and we'll bring you through into a more deliberate chamber. It's almost like an office or a library. There's lots of tomes and books and religious writings that kind of overflow from the book. And she's like, "Please wait here. Enjoy some hot tea," and we'll drift out of the room.
Can I insight that?
Absolutely.
I do not drink the Kool-Aid.
Yeah, okay. No.
Come on, Ian. You shouldn't do anything for the party.
After a bit of time, around 5 minutes or so, a clearly higher priest enters the room. She is Drow. Her garb has this almost ivory spider that kind of sits like a chest plate, kind of clinging to her body in certain places, and off it these scrolls of elven scripture line in some places. And her hair is kept up in this very delicate looping platinum hairpiece. and she looks around at a lot of you and is like, my name is Ishimare. I am told that you bring me the last son of Thundral. Is that correct?
He's gonna do the same elbow to make her drop him to the ground.
She's gonna drop him, like, on the desk. Like,
Yep.
like knocking things over. And she does have a slight smile. And straight up runs like a hand over his cheek and like, he looks fresh. How did you find him and kill him?
Well, I was told to find him because I'm good at what I do, so finding him was easy. As for killing him, I might have employed a little bit of help.
Where was he?
On the surface.
And he is still in such a state? And then looks to Serena and says, I suppose the reason why you bring that into here is because her magics of protection and favor over the dead must have given you some assistance. I understand. To bring the body back whole
Exactly.
will give you quite the fortune, Jiaying, if it is not a trick.
'Tis not.
You must understand, to bring back the last son of Thundral, someone known to be a warrior and a pirate that sails high seas, so effortlessly, so quickly, and to get past even the dragon. Honestly, many of us thought that you would be eaten by it. A worthy sacrifice to the queen. Well, and she does start, tapping on his body, essentially doing a medicine check.
Quick question. How long since the dragon was killed?
4 days, something like that. Not long.
I'm debating if I should boast that I handled the dragon or not. But, they might not know yet that the dragon's dead, so I won't give that away. I won't give it away. As she starts medicine checking, I'll be like, you'll see, he's dead.
No tricks. And she will actually... there's a strong smell of incense that comes off this woman. And she will, take a small flask, kind of run it under the unconscious Vale's nose. Nothing happens. She will actually take a swig of a different flask, and her eyes kind of glow, and she looks around. And when she does that, she actually lingers on Serena.
Oh, God. Detect magic.
She is not an ascendant of the serpent goddess. Do you know what she is, Ronin?
I don't know what she is. I know that she helped me. I employed her. She helped me.
Can you give me a deception check, please?
Yes.
Very well, she must be eradicated. Her existence cannot continue in this place. I can tell from her expression that she cannot even understand the blessed language of which we speak.
Can you at least let me do it when we leave? That way her awful blood doesn't spill in such a holy place.
No, there is value to the blood of a creature such as hers. No!
I thought you said she was awful.
Yes, and even the most base of creatures have uses.
I'm
Perhaps.
assuming I can make...
You can give me an insight, yeah.
I'm assuming that...
Well, the thing is, this is a Drow high priest, so yes, there is, there's a much more subtlety to all of this. So actually, no, you can't capture that. You assume that it's, just discussed over veil,
Is she, stood over the body
Veil,
looking at us?
Yeah.
I will, spit in her direction and insult her in common, obviously.
Serena's,
Fucking-
or...
No, the priestess.
And I saw you had the similar opinion of humans, but the problem with humans, Ronin, is that they are filled with ambition. This one probably came down here under your service thinking that they could overthrow the dark.
No,
Well,
this one is the friend of Vale. Quite valuable.
she, properly stands up at that and smirks quite widely. And, a similar magic to what you saw the guard do, but multiple sort of almost like flying spiders of white magic light kind of extend from her hands and actually disappear into tiny, tiny little tunnels that go through the walls into many chambers. And within moments, several armored priestesses enter the room, and one will grab Gilwyn by the scruff of the neck, yank him up. One will grab Vale by like the sort of clothing, by like the
This is clearly
chest
going
place.
wrong. I'm summoning a storm sphere in here.
Yeah, I'm gonna cast. Wait, can
How
Vale
many
get
people
snap
in
out
here?
at any time?
I can snap him out.
He can,
Okay.
yeah.
How many people are in here?
Right now, a lot.
Yeah, it might not be smart to cast a storm sphere.
Well, she would just go and do it
Yeah.
immediately.
You do what you
Unfortunately,
do.
this is quite a big fight, and I don't have stuff prepared for it, and I wouldn't feel comfortable just really quickly bashing something out.
No, absolutely not.
So, this is going to have to be a cliffhanger. Because you're starting a fight with very important people in a very powerful place. And it's more than just a one and done bang on encounter. So
I will say though, hold on, if I see the beginning of a storm sphere, like I will just quickly touch Vale and
I will
release.
give you when we roll initiative, because you're not going to be here next week. Are you?
There's a chance I could be.
We'll see then, because you're
Yes,
always
we'll
welcome.
talk.
Come back. But if you're not,
talk.
that'll be what you do on your first turn of initiative, and then
Absolutely.
we'll see what happens. But yep, that's going to be where we have to leave it here, because immediately the nuclear option, which is Serena's right to do. It's very Serena. It's gonna be.
We are so fucked.
It's gonna be a thing. But why don't we talk about who you are and why you are and what you got going on? Starting with Neil.
Hi, I'm Neil. You can find me here or on the Discord or on Twitter at Naghai or at Naghai_ respectively. Feel free to ask me Jarviskjir related questions. I am potentially the longest playing player at this point.
The longest playing
Technically,
player.
yes. Yeah. I don't know why I said technically. Yes.
And I
Factually,
know,
yes.
I know a fair bit about Jarviskjir. And I'm also a good friend of Ollie's, so I tend to know how he thinks. Which means we're dead.
Yes.
We're in bad doo-doo. You can find me here on Wednesdays or on Wednesdays at 13:30 BST at twitch.tv/Daleric, where we are playing a Pathfinder game, Pathfinder Kingmaker game.
But not Pathfinder Kingmaker, the module.
But
for
Pathfinder
confusion's sake.
Kingmaker, the concept.
Yes. Just
Um,
branding.
and it's hopefully going to be something interesting. It's shaping up to be pretty cool at the moment. We're a 3-man party with Tesh and someone called Jake, who's not been any, but it's good. I like it.
Well, someone else who's good and I like it is Dean.
Hi, I'm Dean. Full name Dean Cutsforth. Why is that important? So you can Google me. So you can search me on Spotify. So you can search me on YouTube. So you can search me on Amazon Music. So you can search
Amazon
me on
Music?
iTunes. So you can search me on every store that contains
doing?
music, because I'm on there, and you can listen to my music, because it's okay. It's not that bad, and if it's for free, you should try it.
I like Kaleidoscope Nights.
It's good music, and he's a bard in real life, but also plays a bard in this game. It's cute.
And that's me.
Right, someone else is Ian.
I am someone else.
Someone who may have just doomed this party.
Well, I think the party doomed itself with this plan, to be fair.
To be fair to Ian, I would have, had I had any faculties, already bailed on this plan. The moment
Yes, that's
I-
also true.
I'd have woken up and ran her through as many times.
Yeah.
Yeah, as
I-
soon as you got
yeah.
alone in this room, you would have tried to kill her, yeah.
I will
Right?
be honest, the only reason Serena did not try to do something to her earlier is because she didn't understand.
Yeah.
But yeah, I am Ian, aka Arvine. I am currently very worried that Serena will die and no one ever gets to play her again because I like playing Serena a lot. I also like playing one of my other characters, Yulia, a lot. And if you want to hear me playing Yulia, subscribe to Ollie's Patreon because me and Neil are in a game that we play on Mondays that is off stream that you can listen to via Patreon.
It's very good. It's very D&D.
It is very D&D. Yeah. Other than that, I'm not as long serving as Neil. I almost called you Vale there, because you are basically the same person. but I am also reasonably knowledgeable about Yarv and happy to talk about it if you want to.
And there's our special guest, who's welcome back whenever, unless I kill Riley. Is by the way.
Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Will. I'm predominantly on YouTube, even though I do special guest here at youtube.com/bytheway, where I do a weekly vlog, and you could check out my weight loss story. I'm going to LA tomorrow, so I'm going to have a bunch of great content from LA, even a bonus video next week. And on one of my last videos, I made a promise that when I hit 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do something. That something is I am going to get my torso completely waxed.
Oh,
yes,
that's awful YouTube of you.
And yeah, it's gonna be awful. But yeah, it's gonna happen. So
you're gonna be so
check me out there.
And pardon my presumption, but you look like a hairy man. Yeah,
I'm very hairy.
You can't show any more than that on Twitch.
Yeah.
That's it. That is the limit.
No more
That is
hair.
everywhere.
Late night Twitch.
He's like a werewolf.
Shifter.
Yes. But least, but most certainly not least, but last. I'm Ollie. I'm tired. But this show is supported by Patreon. If you support, there's homebrew, there's behind the scenes art. There are for $5 or more a month 2 other Jarviskjir shows that are very typical D&D. While these 2 games are kind of a bit weird because on Sunday there is a Sunday at midnight BST. There is Narashiro Nights that takes place in this city. So if you want to see more of like the Drow world, you absolutely should because that game is hilarious. Yeah, I'm good at naming shows. I'll admit it. It's catchy. I am working a lot on commissions at the moment. When I'm not, I will be playing more Red Dead 2 on stream.
Do your cowboy voice, it's good.
I'll be playing a little bit of Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm going to be going out hunting. Maybe find myself some bison or something. And you can all check it out right here on twitch.tv/allaround. There's a lot of that on the Friday game, because the Friday game takes place in a part of Jarviskjir that has cowboys. And of course, I do the voice. I will see you all then. Okay? See you later.
Ciao, guys.
Guys.
Bye.
Ciao, guys.
And thank you to all the subs and stuff.
And bits.
Yeah, all of it.